The good citizens of Lichfield in Staffordshire claim they live further from the sea than anybody else in Britain. If you go 10 miles east to Derbyshire, they'll tell you that they live furthest from the sea. In fact, it doesn't really matter very much because nobody in Britain lives more than 75 miles from the ocean. We're an island nation, and the sea is in our blood. It's part of our national DNA, and it runs through us like the letters in a stick of Blackpool rock. The coastline has affected the way in which we've traded with our close neighbours and defended ourselves from hostilities when necessary. 2,500 years ago, the Iron Age people often built their hill forts on headlands, making the site easier to defend from hostile tribes. And when the Romans came 2,000 years ago, they built towns and harbours along the coastline and left us with the oldest lighthouse in Europe. Next came William the Conqueror, who built dozens of castles along the coastline, including Pevensey, Dover and Hastings. This Martello Tower was built in the 19th century as defence against the French. Many have since been converted, and you can hire them as holiday rentals. More recent examples include these Second World War acoustic mirrors, used to listen out for the noise of approaching enemy aircraft. You can visit many of these places, and there's a comprehensive list at the end of the book. We've also used our coastline to have fun. The Victorians created the seaside resort, and with the coming of the railways, promenades and pleasure piers grew up all over the country. There are 56 Victorian piers left in England and Wales, and many have now been restored to their former glory. The Victorians left us a legacy, and we have them to thank that we still love to be beside the seaside. Today, staycations are popular, and even a long weekend is enough to discover at least a small part of the British coastline. There are hundreds of miles of coastal paths to explore, or you can visit one of the dozens of nature reserves and bird sanctuaries. These are all listed in Part 4 of Coastwise. Sports such as paddleboarding and kayaking are easy to learn, and you can hire a board at most resorts around the coast. And for the more adventurous, we have some of the best surfing beaches in Northern Europe. You really should take the plunge and see what the great British coastline has to offer.